Pam with PJ's Glass Creations, and today we're going to make this fancy feathered turkey. I think it's pretty obvious how he got his name. I had a lot of fun making this because I got to be really creative using all kinds of little scraps that I had around. I do need to tell you ahead of time that there is a glare on the video, and I do apologize for that. I didn't realize till after I had filmed, so it was a little too late to fix it. So again, I apologize for that. You can also find the pattern. I have this, whoops, this pattern here. You can find it on my Etsy shop, pjsglasscreations.etsy.com. So let's get started having some fun making this fancy feathered turkey. So you can see that I've cut out all of my parts. I didn't want to waste your time by showing you how to cut. I'm assuming that you know how if you have already gotten this far with the video. I have the body, I have 6 feathers, I do have a beak which is on the pattern, and then to get these pieces here, these are going to be just some like spiky little things on his head. I just took a scrap and I used my nippers and I put it vertical to where I wanted to cut it, and I got a piece similar to this. And I also did the same thing to get his wattle. And I am going to glue these so that they can dry, and then once they are dry, it comes the fun part. I can start actually decorating. So what I'm going to do is put these two like this, very close together. I'm going to swap those out. These two are going to be like this, and the next two are going to be like this. So I do have some gaps here, but those gaps will be covered by his body. Then I'm going to put a dot of glue, and I'm just using Elmer's. You can use it, works for you. The only thing is if you use super glue, do not use a gel. Also, do not use Gorilla Glue. I've had people try to use that, and that leaves a horrible mark. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue and then place his body over the whole thing, just kind of so it's centered. I'm going to glue his beak. And the wattle, kind of go right here on top of his beak. I am going to do my eyes later. I think I'm just going to use some enamel. You can use glass line paint, and I will do that then. And then for these crazy things on top of his head, I am just gluing them on top of the feathers. Now, it's important that they are either on top of something or they have to be touching something. Otherwise, if they are just floating there and you go to fuse it, it will not, it'll not adhere. It'll be separate once you're done firing. So, I think that'll be fine. And I'm going to let it dry a little bit so I don't have to worry about things moving. And then I'm going to have some fun decorating his feathers in kind of a whimsical way. Before I go any further, I forgot to add the wings. So here are my wings. I'm just going to glue them right here, and then we'll be ready to decorate. So next I need to decorate this turkey. I'm going to start with his feet. I am just using the Elmer's glue again. You can use what works for you. And I find that it helps to use tweezers for this because it could be kind of delicate. But right now I'm just adding his feet. These are 2mm stringers. And I'm just gonna make kind of a W. Well, I don't know if it's really a W. I don't know what shape that would be. You can see what I'm doing. And I cut each one of these to about 1 centimeter, by the way. And I'm going to add some eyes. These are just nuggets that I used a little black enamel to do the black part. And obviously that's not how they go. I think about like that. And now the fun part, I'm going to speed through this just because it would take me forever to film this for you to see, but and it would get kind of boring after a while. But what I've used is some vitrograph. I've used lots of nuggets. I used some scraps of glass. These are scraps that I just ground. They started as triangles. I ground them, or I used the grinder around the edges, these two. And you can see this one I didn't glue yet, but I just set them here. And just have fun. Use lots of color. I tried to use all kind of neutral fall-ish colors, all in the same color range. And I did do a dry run and kind of put everything on here first. So I know where I'm going to put everything. And then I took a picture and now I'm going to glue it. But anyway, I will speed through this part so you can see how it all comes together. And there you have it. I think he's pretty cute. He's kind of whimsical. I haven't really seen anything like it out there. So hopefully this will give you some ideas and just have fun. I had a lot of fun just putting things together and seeing what worked and what looked good. And I'm really excited to fire him. So I'll put him in the kiln. I'm doing a TACK fuse. Since I do have many different layers, you can see here I have like 1, 2, 3 layers here, but only 1 layer here. I need to be really conservative in my firing schedule. The reason for that is that the 3 layers are going to heat up way slower than the 1 layer, and then you could get some problems with thermal shock where one part's cooler than the other. So I will post the schedule that I'm using, and then I need to come up with some kind of base to put him on. But into the kiln he's going, and I can't wait to see what it looks like done. I hope you had fun making your fancy feathered turkey. I would love for you to post pictures of how you did yours. I'm hoping that they're all very unique and very cool. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. You can look for my other videos on YouTube, as well as patterns on my Etsy shop, PJ's Glass Creations. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye. I hope you had fun making your fancy feathered turkey. I would love for you to post pictures of how you did yours. I'm hoping that they're all very unique and very cool. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. You can look for my other videos on YouTube, as well as patterns on my Etsy shop, PJ's Glass Creations. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.